Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kemidisha and my YouTube channel's name is Kemi256, and on my YouTube channel I share with you my journey working as a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the old subscribers, thank you for coming once again on my channel to check out my videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. So guys, today's video I'm going to be talking about the changes that someone who's still in Uganda, someone who's still in Kenya should know before coming to Saudi Arabia, to Dubai, to Qatar, any Gulf country that you know, things that you should know before you come. So I've made this video because way back when I was coming, I was a team leader of 25 people. By the end, the first week, one went back. Then by the end of these 2 years, 15 had gone back, plus that one. So we remained 10 out of the 25. So I was thinking and I was like, why did these people really go back to Uganda? So when I was talking, one of them was like, you know, the things I found there, I was never told that I was going to find them there. Had I known, I would have not gone to work there. So these are the changes that you're going to face. So you must watch this video to the end and see if you can be able to cope with those changes, then you'll be able to survive in Saudi Arabia. My number one, it's language barrier. See, in Uganda we speak Luganda. If you're from the west, you speak Ruchiga, Runyankole. If you're from the north, there's Acholi, there's Iteso, all those kinds of languages. But when you reach in Saudi Arabia, it's not that every person knows English. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of them, they know Arabic. They know their official language. So you're going to face a problem of language barrier. If you're not patient, you may think they're abusing you. If you're not patient, you will not learn. But slowly by slowly, if you're patient, you will learn. So if you're still in Uganda or Kenya, just know that the language is going to change. Even if you know the grammar English, it won't help you. Maybe if you find someone has been like abroad, or someone has been a teacher of English, but they are few, trust me, even if you had an A, even if you had a D1 in English, it won't help you in Saudi Arabia if you're coming to work as a housemaid. The broken English is the one which is going to help you if anyone in the house that you're going to work in knows it. So that is going to be a very big change, because in Uganda, when someone does not know English, there's Luganda, which most of the people they know. In Kenya, if someone does not know English, someone is going to speak Swahili and someone will understand. So another change you're going to face is the house. Let me take an example of me. I grew up in a house of 3 bedrooms, 1 sitting room. But when you reach in Saudi Arabia, things are going to change. Unless if you go in a family where they're still renting, they're still on the apartments. That's when you meet a small house. A 3 bedroom house, 2 sitting rooms, a kitchen and 2 bathrooms. That's how it's always. But when you find that people have already built, things will really be much. Like me, the house that we had at my former work, there were 19 sitting rooms, 1 large kitchen. That kitchen was equal to my father's house. You would rotate and rotate and rotate in just 1 kitchen. There were 17 bedrooms. There were 8 toilets, and I would clean it alone. So you should also think about that when you're coming to Saudi Arabia, the house is going to change. If you've been in a house of 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, or chitanda moja, things are going to change when you reach in Saudi Arabia. People have big houses. They're not like us in Uganda whereby you have 1 sitting room. No, they have the girls' room, the boys' room, the visitors' room, like that. That's the sitting room, because girls don't mix with boys when they're visitors, maybe if they're brothers. So you should know that change, that you're going to meet big houses. If you're really willing to work, you'll be able to achieve what you want. The other change you're going to meet is the number of people. Well, for me, I grew up in a family of 5 people. Now at my work, there are 19 people. 19 people, those are the kids. So plus their mothers, There are 3 wives and 1 husband. So 19 plus 4, it makes 23. 23, I'm not counting the granddaughters and the grandsons who live here. So I'm like in the people of 26. I never knew in my life that I would work for people who are like 26, because I never seen that in Uganda. I grew up in a family of 5. My mom, my dad, my 2 brothers, and I. So reaching in Saudi Arabia, my dear friends, people increased. And the way how people increase, that's how also the work increases. And it goes worse when there are kids. You arrange this room, they distract it, you come back because you really have to do your work, which brought you in Saudi Arabia. So that change, you're also going to face it in Saudi Arabia. If you're still in Uganda, know about that. If you can be able to cope with that, then you're good. Then another change you're going to face is the weather. In Uganda, we don't have the summer season, the winter season. No, today it shines, tomorrow it rains, tomorrow it's normal like that. But in Saudi Arabia, there's winter season. Like now we're in winter season. You will be cold if you're allergic. Sorry, like me, you will be in sweaters. So whenever you see me in sweaters, don't be like, doesn't she have other clothes? I do have other clothes, but I really love being in sweaters during winter season. So you meet that change of winter season, very cold, very cold. You have to wear socks, you have to wear gloves if you have them, you have to always be in sweater because it's always really, really cold. Another season, that's summer season. That's when there's the sun, the sun starts coming out around 6 a.m. In Uganda, sometimes the sun comes around mid, like afternoon. Yeah, that's when it always comes out. Sometimes in Uganda, but in Saudi Arabia, it will come out at 6 during the summer season. Then there will be sweating. That is also another change that you're going to face. If you're still in Uganda, you should know these things. And if you're here and you're really doing your work, thank you. Another thing you're going to face is the sleeping conditions. If you've been in Uganda, you have your 6-inch mattress, you have your double bed. That is not going to work. Well, I'll say to me, right now, I have my blanket. You sleep on a blanket, you cover yourself with a blanket. That one blanket, you just lay it once, like you divide it twice, then one is down, another is up. So the sleeping conditions are going to change. At my former workplace, I had a room. At my new workplace, I don't have. Don't ask me where I sleep. I'll make a video about that. So those are the changes that you're going to face when you come to Saudi Arabia. Just be knowing those changes. If you're able to really be patient with them, you will achieve anything you want in Saudi Arabia. Then you go back home smiling. Another change that you're going to face is the tone of voice. You know, in Uganda, people are always soft. People, when they're talking to, they're like, oh, Kemi, how are you? Kemi, do this, this, and this. But your boss will be calling you. She'll be mixing the thunder bass with the bass just to call your name. So you should know that these people, they have a really high voice compared to us. So the first time my madam called me, I thought I'd broken everything in the kitchen. I thought I'd messed everything up. I thought maybe she does not like me. I was working for an old lady. So you guys who have worked for old ladies, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I don't really wish you to meet an old lady, like who is old. Though there are some old ladies that are very nice. Yeah. So guys, you're going to face many changes. You're going to face the change of food. In Uganda, we eat matoke, we eat Irish potatoes, we eat sweet potatoes. In Kenya, we eat you guys eat ugali. In Saudi Arabia, you're going to reach on kebsa. That's the official food. Kubza, that gives you manpower. That's a watch commando. If you can't eat kubza, then I don't really know what you're going to do, because that is the food that gives us strength. Work from Monday to Monday, Monday to Monday. Another thing you're going to face, you are not going to be given a leave. You know, in the contract, they always say they're going to give you 1 day leave. No, I've never heard of all the people that came with me. No one has ever been given a leave, even for like once in a month. No one. If you're sick, you still work. If you're alive, you still work. Year to year, year to year. Maybe if your boss tells you, you know, on Fridays I always want to rest, if he or she is a working boss. You know, most of the ladies, they don't work this side. So if she works, she will tell you, oh, you know, Friday is a relaxing day. Don't clean with this vacuum machine. Don't clean around the morning time. Clean around the noon. That's not a leave, because you're going to clean from mid. Then that means you have to increase more time to your sleeping time. If you've been sleeping at 10, that means you may sleep at 1, because you've woken up late, but you have to do all the rest of the work. So that's not a leave. You not have a leave. Like in Uganda, when you're a housemaid, sometimes your boss gives you a Saturday to go and see your people. No, you're not going to be able to see your people, because you're very far until you finish your 2-year contract. If you can't finish the contract, then you really have to pay them the money that they invested in you. Or if they are good people, they will tell you, oh, so if you want to go back to Uganda or to Kenya or to Tanzania, that means you really have to pay for yourself the tickets. You see? You're not going to be given leave. Another thing you're going to face, there is no going out. Like in Uganda or any country you're from, like you have like your friends, like Saturday your boss says, oh, you want to go to see your friends, you can go. No. For the first 2 years that I spent in Saudi Arabia, I went out to send money. I think there were like 3 times for the 2 years. So when I hear people in Uganda crying for quarantine, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, you guys can even just at least move and go see your friends. But in Saudi Arabia, even if you are at the bank and you see your fellow black person, the only thing you do, like, that's the only thing you can do, because some bosses, they don't want you to talk to them. They think maybe they're going to tell you, hey, you don't do this, do this, do this. They just think that you guys are going to be like talking about them. I think they know Africans who like gossiping, but when it comes to them, So that is also going to be the change you're going to face. You're not going to be moving out. You're going to be staying inside. Maybe if you have a boss who likes going like to the malls, sometimes you can go. You go with her, you come with her. So another thing, your working hours are going to change. Like me, I used to work in the flower company, and I would go to work around 7:30, then come back at 5. Then here in Saudi Arabia, I would start working from 7, sometimes to 12 midnight, sometimes at 1, sometimes at 2, depending on the day and depending on the visitors. So the working hours are going to change. You should know that if you're still in Uganda, ukiwa huko Kenya, it's time you know these changes that are going to happen to you the very moment you reach in Saudi Arabia, the very moment you reach in Dubai. You know, people, they say that Dubai is very nice, but yeah, it's very nice to compare it to Saudi Arabia. But it's not that every family that you go in is good in Dubai, or it's bad. So the working hours are going to change. Trust me, everyone cries about that. And if you go to a family, another change, if you go to a family which allows you to cook, you're going to cook lots of things, varieties of things. Like in Uganda, when you cook posho, you can cook beans, and you're done. Because you have the posho, you have the sauce and your water. So when you reach in Saudi Arabia, you're going to cook that kebsa rice. You make dessert if you're a person who is going to be told to cook. You make juice, you make salads. You find that people are just going to have like a supper, but they're having like 10 different foods. And the more the food, the more the utensils. That's also what you're going to face. You've been used in Uganda or in Kenya, where you wash your plate, your husband's plate, your son's plate. You're going to reach in Saudi Arabia, you're going to wash the rice plate, the dessert plate, the Sometimes they always also have some cakes. The cake plate, you're going to have the coffee cup, the tea cup. So you're going to have many intense ones. You find you have like 100 cups to wash. Another change you're going to make is Ramadan. Ramadan is the fasting month of the Muslims. In Uganda, things are not the same in Saudi Arabia. Sometimes people come to visit the family you're working in. They come there like 20. They're going to stay there until they finish the Ramadan, plus the people that you have in the house. You're already like in 30 people. The more the people, the more the plates, the more the cups, the more the flasks. So you should know that if you're still in Uganda, just know that you might meet the family of very many people. Like me, I have 23 people. Imagine 23 people, everyone is drinking tea. How many cups do I wash in a day? There's the breakfast tea. Sometimes kids take tea around 2. Then it's a must, the evening tea. Just imagine how many cups I do wash in a day. Another thing you're going to meet are the chemicals. In Uganda, when you're cleaning your kitchen, you use your soap, this normal soap, the Ariel, the Omo. When you reach in Saudi Arabia, my dear, you're going to find many things. You're going to find Clorox. That one is very good at killing germs, but at the same time, very bad on your hands. Like sometime back, my hands had some marks around here, because of Clorox. And the problem is whenever I wear gloves, things tend to slide in my hands and I end up breaking people's plates. So I decided not. But the advice I would give you, if you face that problem, whenever you finish washing your plates, your cups, always find some Vaseline. You can use Vaseline. There's also a very nice one, some petroleum jelly called Herbalin. It's made out of aloe vera, chigaji. So if you get that, whenever you finish washing your plates, make sure you use it. It really helps. So guys, those are the changes that you're going to face when you're still in Uganda. You should know about these changes. If you really can't compensate with them, then I'm going to be honest with you, you won't manage Saudi Arabia. And if you see that these changes, you're going to be able to handle them, you'll be the best. You'll be the expert. But I would advise you to keep on pushing. If you've been raised with a silver spoon in your mouth, sometimes it's always good to remove it and you move and start being independent. You know, it's not that everyone who comes in Saudi Arabia to work is that someone is at his or her worst. Some people, they come because they really need to know what other people go through. Well, for me, I came to work for money. So guys, those are the changes that you'll face when the moment you reach in Saudi Arabia. Let me know in the comment section what you think about these changes. Or if you also have another change, you can also add it in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to be notified whenever I post a video about my journey. I love you so much. May God bless you.